I am Edgar Lee. Korean name is Dong-Soo Lee. Thank you for coming. I think that this time is very late time, so maybe many people want to go home, but come to here, so it's real. Thank you. Thank you very much. The picture that you see was taken when I visited in the Universal Studio in LA in the past. I've always had a good experience whenever I came to the United States. So I'd like to give a good experience to those who came here. Let me introduce myself first. I worked as a CTO in a game sector at one of the largest IT companies in Korea and was responsible for game development and game platform development. That company is a Korea company, but it has many branches overseas. So I got a chance to work in not only Korea, but also Japan and China. Of course, I always came to the United States on business trip. So I was able to meet many developers from various countries, and I was able to grow that experience. Recently, while I was gaining interest in gaming platform for blockchain, I joined WEMADE, which has already successfully settled in P&E market. WEMADE gave me an opportunity to present this session. I worked as a developer in the game industry for 22 years. Over the 22 years, I've been working on creating game platforms for more than 15 years. Usually, game companies focus all their energy to creating games rather than creating game platform. Luckily, in my case, the company I worked for was the very large company, so I was able to create a game platform, and I thought that it was my role to help for game developers to make a game easier and more effective rather than make a game myself. Since I've been working on game platform for so long, I've had an opportunity to present it as a speaker at various conferences. As you can see on the screen, I presented the sessions such as G-Star. G-Star is the Korean very famous festival, game festival, and Unity Seoul, hosted by Unity, and NHN Forward as a Korean big company, hosted by NHN. Let me tell you a few of representative services that I participated in. I am currently working on the WEMIX platform, which will be the topic of today's presentations. I was confident that the blockchain platform would open a new era of games and decided to join the WEMIX team, which was already excelling in applying blockchain technology to games. Before joining WEMIX, I was in a company called NHN. It may be maybe not alone well-known company here in United States, but it is very famous in Korea and has a variety software business, including game service that lasted more than 20 years, cloud services such as AWS, payment services such as PayPal, shopping service, and so on. Among them, I'm in charge of technology behind a game service called HanGame. Since I'm a developer at heart, so I want a game developer to work as efficiently as possible when making games. But when making games at NHN, all game studios repeatedly made the same functions such as authentication, payment, notification, and business indicator, customer centers, and so on. So I decided that I would make game platforms that combine these functions. This game platform is now rumored to be a very good product in Korea game industry and is already selected and used by many game companies globally. I think I can contribute a lot to a combination of blockchain technology and games based on my experience. With that, officially start this session. In this session, I will explain the functions that a blockchain game platform must have, and explain why the WEMIX platform that I'm participating in is the best blockchain platform for games. And I would like to tell you what strategies the WEMIX platform has in order to help game developers in the future. On the other hand, this session does not cover how to use the blockchain platform or what work is necessary to integrate the blockchain platform with your game. First of all, let's think about why you would want to apply blockchain to games. The old game developers want their game to be successful, but how can we succeed with our game? I think that important thing is that the game should be fun. And the people who think they are going to apply blockchain to games probably know that P&E makes the game more fun. I'm sure that you already know, but let's keep it simple. What is P&E? It is literally playing and earning money. It's different to P2E. It's playing and earning money. And when money is earned, I think that fun games are made more fun. Blockchain makes the P&E possible. Even in existing games, if you play the game actively, you are rewarded with things like stronger characters and items. P&E can bring these elements that make games fun, makes games fun into the real world. This attempt has been made, but with the advent of blockchain technology, it has become even more clear and realistic. Let me give you an example why P&E is fun, and there are many fun factors, one of which being growth or progression. Let me give an example. One you see on the screen is called screen golf in Korea, where I live. Since Korea is small, it can be quite expensive to go golf at a course. For practice, I usually go to an indoor practice range like this. Will it be fun to hit the ball here? If I exercise for 1 hour, I only repeat the same movement throughout the 1 hour. There is no beautiful nature that I see and experience at the golf course, and there are no colleagues to talk to. Will it be fun? I think that, but it's fun. Why? The screen shows me how far the ball goes. The more I practice, the more I see my progress in how far I can hit the ball. I think that it is the same in games. Playing games results in a lot of results. It's character or items. What's on the screen is a game called Metaphor, serviced by our company, WEMADE. The more you play the game, the more you get characters and items. I have fun watching myself grow in the game. I feel vicarious satisfaction here. However, there is a problem. Regardless of how much I progress in Metaphor, it becomes meaningless if I leave the game. Regardless of how much time I put into a game, the results from the game do not affect society. So, as I gradually become aware of that, the game becomes boring. I think that immersion is very important thing for games. However, in P&E games, when you put into the game can have real-world impact. I can turn my efforts into money. As I turn my efforts into money, my efforts become realized. Reality creates a greater sense of immersion, and though this, users feel more fun. In summary, as the efforts in the game turn into money, users are more immersed, and the sense of reality gives greater fun, which makes the game successful. It's important that the user's effort can convert it into money, which is the reward of the real world. And let's take a quick look at how the blockchain creates P&E. For P&E, the blockchain basically has following functions. There are many functions of the blockchain platform, but I explain only special functions for P&E. First function, it is a function that can convert items into currency used in the blockchain. Second function, it is the function that creates a unique item called NFT by giving uniqueness to game item. In addition, it has the function of allowing this NFT to be traded outside of the game. The third function is the function that allows you to convert the traded cryptocurrency into real-world money. Let me explain this process to you in an easy-to-understand manner with metaphor on the WEMIX platform. Metaphor is a global service around the world. Though various activities in the games, you can get one of the valuable items called dark steel. Game users can convert this dark steel into Draco, a virtual currency created for a metaphor, though the functions provided by WEMIX. The more you play, the more you can collect dark steel and exchange for Draco. And this Draco can be exchanged to WEMIX credit, though DEX is decentralized exchange provided by WEMIX blockchain platform. WEMIX credit can be exchanged to WEMIX coin, which can then be exchanged for cash, though on cryptocurrency exchange. In summary, you will be able to not only enjoy the game, but collect dark steel and exchange it for cash. Screen shows NFT items in games. It converts game items into unique items and ensure that this item is unique in the blockchain system. This process of converting items into NFT is called minting. Converting items to NFT technically means that the value in the game database changes to the value of a blockchain system and can be handled in a different system from the game. NFT created in this way can be sold to other users through the NFT market. If you look at the bottom of the screen, there is WEMIX coin. You can purchase an NFT character with WEMIX coin. If you create a WEMIX coin like this, you can cash it through the cryptocurrency exchange. I briefly explained the function of P&E provided by blockchain platform with metaphor, one of the representative games of the WEMIX blockchain platform. The WEMIX platform, which we service, is already used in many games and is working well by creating blockchain economy. Metaphor has already been successful worldwide, proving the WEMIX platform is a successful platform. But I have a question. Is it enough for game developers to use blockchain? I think that there is still a lot to do based on my extensive experience in creating and servicing game platforms. Earlier, I explained why people in the game business link blockchain to games to make the game fun, to make the game successful, and to make the money. However, we are developers. So developers, from a technical point of view, why do we use blockchain platform? What I want to emphasize in particular is the why. It's very simple. It's to leave our work to the platform and save us from doing the developing. Using the platform, it's really simple to implement what we need. So the reason for using the blockchain platform is to implement the functionality of a blockchain without learning and developing a blockchain. As a bonus, this platform is made by experts, so it can be implemented better than we made it. I would like to tell you once again, I'm doing anything, but I'm doing nothing. However, I want to nothing more actively. Let me give you an example. I think most of the people here are game developers. So I brought the graphing-related library and engine that we use the most. Based on your knowledge of graphics, you can create games, though the DirectX or OpenGL. However, most game developers use the game client platform, such as Unity and Unreal Engine. Why? As you all know, these two platforms include so many functions for game development. You can make games faster and easier. You can bring this relationship into blockchain. When you use a blockchain, using another blockchain platform provides minimal functionality for your blockchain game. However, our WEMIX blockchain platform is a blockchain platform built for games. If DirectX described above is an existing blockchain platform, the WEMIX blockchain platform is a game platform, so additional functions for games would be provided. So what is the game platform? Let me define it like this. As you can see on the screen, you can divide the game into two. There are game contents area and game common area. The game contents area will be different for each game, but game common area is the area that must be implemented in all games, even if the game is different. Authentication, in-app purchase, notification, and of course business indicators such as DAU, PU, and ARPPU, which are necessary for the operation and business of games. I will define this common area of games as a game platform. The blockchain platform can also be seen as a game platform because it must be implemented in the same way if blockchain is used in the game. The blockchain platform is also one game platform. What we want is these things. We don't want to study blockchain, and we want to code with the code that we are used to. And we hope that most things will be solved with only one platform. And even if we don't have to think about data management for business indicators, we hope that we can easily make business indicator systems. In order to implement the blockchain, you need to understand what you see on the screen and know the concept. I wrote only a few technology or concepts used in blockchain. The concept used in blockchain is not familiar to game developers. Is this blockchain platform what you think of? What you want is right below. If you just code one line, you want to platform to use it. Isn't it? You want to create an NFT right away by coding one line. However, the blockchain platform cannot only be friendly to game developers. Blockchain platform should also support services other than games. In this sense, it's natural for a blockchain platform to think that users who use it are people who understand the blockchain. So the blockchain platform have no choice but to provide a blockchain-style API. Let me give you an example. What you see now is really simple picture of one of the things you have to do to use blockchain in the games. It is the process of exchanging game items with FT. FT is a fungible token provided by blockchain. I told you that it's simple. It's really I've really omitted a lot, and it's based on WEMIX platform, which already provides game services. So it will be simple. I can guarantee that it will be simpler than other blockchain systems, but is it simple? I skipped a lot, but nevertheless, you might think it's very complicated. Look at the number 1, please. First of all, in order to convert the items into token, into coins, the blockchain, smart contracts must be created and deployed in the blockchain. We use the Solidity language shown on the screen. This is a big obstacle for game developers. In order to create a code for blockchain, you have to understand the way and concept of blockchain, not just the code. It's too harsh for game developers. Earlier mentioned, I told you I want to do nothing more actively. Look at the number 6, please. This is a process of verifying the data created before transmitting the data to blockchain using the blockchain API. By the way, blockchains such as Ethereum use JSON RPC. I think JSON RPC is also a good method, but problem is that it's so unfamiliar for our game developers. There's another problem. It is said that well-made blockchain, including our WEMIX blockchain platform, have solved the performance problem. However, due to the nature of decentralized data recording, performance is inevitably lower than that of centralized platform. The WEMIX game platform is trying to solve these platforms of unfriendly APIs and low performance. Game developers should be given a familiar form of API. In addition, there is nothing we can do about the performance issue of a blockchain system, but we try to separate the requests from the game as much as possible and handle them faster by separating them from the blockchain. As shown in the picture, we are going to solve it by placing the WEMIX game platform in between the game and the blockchain platform. Once again, the game developers don't want to learn about blockchain technology. So I think that we should not provide a blockchain-style API and SDKs. As shown in the picture, there is middleware called the WEMIX game platform, which will provide game-style APIs and SDKs to the games. As I explained earlier, WEMIX blockchain platform needs to provide blockchain-style API and SDKs for services other than games. If middleware is placed like this, the game uses game-style API to the WEMIX game platform, and other services use the blockchain-style API and SDK to the WEMIX blockchain platform. In terms of performance, the WEMIX game platform, which is middleware, can solve many issues. If you request WEMIX blockchain platform directly from the game, the performance of the game can also be affected by the time you wait for the WEMIX blockchain platform's response. From the perspective of the WEMIX blockchain platform, it is difficult to expect all of the requests from external games to be normal, and it's quite burdensome for blockchain platform with poor performance. WEMIX game platforms can solve these problems. The WEMIX game platform analyzes all incoming requests and sends only what is really needed to WEMIX blockchain platform and handles the rest by itself. This has advantages in performances. In addition, various functions related to the blockchain platform can be provided more on the WEMIX game platform. For example, when an NFT is made from an in-game item, even a single line of coding actually goes through many steps. Some of them have to be handled before reaching the blockchain system. This progress is handled by WEMIX game platform. Bad conditions such as exceptions may be verified first on the WEMIX game platforms. Let me explain the strategies I've talked about so far by giving you an example. Let's take an example of exchanging the game items with FT mentioned earlier. To the WEMIX game platform, I will make it like the picture on the right. Doesn't it look simple? Of course, what SDK and game platform have to do will be as complicated as a picture on the left. However, that's what the game platform should do. It's like Unity or Unreal. The more they do, the less the game developers need to do. Shall we look at smart contract development? Most smart contracts will have similar forms. Our game platform will provide dispatch. Perhaps developers only will input a few things in a console we provide. Creating smart contracts is our game platform's job, not game developers' job. Do you remember using JSON RPC to request blockchain? It's blockchain-style API call. I will change this JSON RPC request shown on the left to call SDK's function as shown on the right. What do you think? I think that is very simple and familiar for game developers. I'm even thinking about the convenience as a bonus. What if I could install the SDK and code it with a mouse click? Engines like Unity, which are tools we use a lot, give us room for intervention through the customization of the menus. I even think about things like this and try to make it easier to use blockchain. As game developers, we want to use only one solution. Our game developers really have a lot to do. It's hard enough to make a game, but now we have to add blockchain functions to our games. I thought about it. Although we are a blockchain platform, I thought that if it was a game platform, it would be very important to not only provide functions for blockchains, for also to provide various functions necessary to create or making games. For example, the game business owner or game producer will order this to game developers, send a pre-item notification to people who have sold NFTs over $100. This will give the game developers headache. Game developers need to inquire whether there is such a user on blockchain and find who the user is in our game database, and then find the user's push token information. Then we can send item notification. What if our WEMIX game platform provides all these functions? All of these steps are solved very easily if the WEMIX game platform provides authentication and push. You can call the API to the WEMIX game platform. You don't have to search your database, and you don't have to find out what ID matches the push tokens. WEMIX game platform is also planning to providing game business indicators. Game indicators are essential for the successful operation, marketing, and business of games. As I've already mentioned, the WEMIX game platform will not only provide blockchain functions, but also provide other various functions as well. If we provide various functions, we can show you various indicators. If we provide authentication, we will be able to show the user information like DAU. DAU means daily active users, and other the user information. If we support payment, we will able to show you payment information like PU or ARPPU and many kind of payment information. My goal, or the WEMIX game platform's goal, is that game developers need not make their own business indicator systems. As a result, I am trying to evolve into a platform that also supports blockchain functions as a game platform for games, not just blockchain. Since we already have successful cases, many game developers are coming to us to integrate with blockchain. However, we want to make sure that the developers look for our WEMIX game platform when making games, rather than looking for us when wanting to integrate blockchain. Just like you look for Unity or Unreal when you make the games. When you make the game, we want you to find our platform. If we provide a variety of functions and become a basic platform needed in the game, we can create a lot of synergy. The more games we have onboarded, the earlier it will be to use our WEMIX blockchain platform. If many games use it, the value of WEMIX, our central virtual currency, will increase further. Beyond being able to easily use the WEMIX blockchain at any time from the perspective of game developers who have used our game platform to easily develop games. We will be able to create various business opportunities between games using WEMIX game platforms, such as cross-promotion or advertising. So far, within the short amount of time I was able to briefly introduce the important part of our WEMIX game platform strategy. Although we have had some success, we know that we can build a bigger and brighter future. It's our dream to have fellow game developers think of us first when developing our games. And I think that it's quite possible because our dream is not just for us, but for all game developers. I hope that everyone here will also on board with the WEMIX game platform. Yeah, thank you.